Ghana for Emma Bunubi aka prison ewo Ukraine. Ama eye Okudzeto Ablakwa oye foreign affairs minister akwa kopie mu ewo Ukraine negotiations akoso ene. Na in the negotiation no Okudzeto Ablakwa the president of Ukraine say ebe ya won release sa Ghana for embrantie na womumbra back to Ghana. Na story no say ena etie yebeko Okudzeto Ablakwa ansem so but mpese me ma background story kakra efasa issue we hu say na ebe ya ebinum ebeti ase. This what happened. Wo hwa na nkrofo bi aba say omu free Russia. Yenuam Ghana fo bi na ye omu yonkofo sa wo ano ma aba say adwuma bi apply wo Russia. You can apply adwuma bi apply wo Russia. Metima link you wo Russia. Ko Russia na ko ya adwuma you be paid this amount then I try your pictures ni fake things be they send you. Ghana so nye me a visa bibia ma papa everybody is eager to travel outside Ghana and outside Africa. Na ye de ukodru ho no ma ne ama soldier uniform say she adanya kona ko fight Ukraine ndu ukodru ho whether you like it or not obekwa kokuntokwa ukodru anesi kona kokuntokwa bo Russia. You understand? Okodru wa na say go and fight Russia. You understand? Sorry, go and fight Ukraine. Until ye do okodru Ukraine, Russia honoma na yama uniform say share. Na koko fight your friend say Ukraine. Until say Ukraine for na capture ewo mukruma, they see you as their enemy. You understand? They see you as their enemy. To omuchiwa, omutimi ku and omuchi too. And Ghana for binuma omu falling for this no e de akire kokopie mu ewo Ukraine. Na omu kodru ho na ese omu nkontokwa. Ena ntokwa no ma na Ukraine for timi capture mienu e de omu kotu prison. Ti aban we ba power no negotiations are starting since last year 2025. Aban ni try everything possible say obema Ukraine for na tia say bibi say na de omu pie wo na omu ye Ghana for mrande omu nya part of sa war na ekoso no. Nti ama Okudzeto Ablakwa etutu anamonko na usha take a look at it. You see Ghanaian nationals confirmed as prisoners of war in Ukraine. Nti se ukoko hu Ghana ni se order prison wo Ukraine na ne boni oye ne say say okọ se okwa fight Ukraine in the name of Russia ena ya chino. Na this is what happened. The bra Okudzeto Ablakwa ko pi ewo Ukraine hono no negotiations are ekoso ni. I was graciously hosted by President Volodymyr Zelensky in Ukraine earlier today. We held fruitful discussions focused on Ghana's appeal on humanitarian grounds for the release of 2 of our citizens being held as prisoners of war in Ukraine. Our bilateral talks explored how our 2 countries can effectively combat the threat posed by trafficking networks who love vulnerable, unsuspecting youth from Africa only to end up risking their lives in the ongoing war. And Okudzeto Ablakwa actually say, President Zelensky, Ukraine president, and there stino, mukromo, mu discuss ye, efa Ghana appeal or more appeal say Russia, Ukraine release citizens or more healthy or more prison as prisoners of war Ukraine. Now, omu didi nkoma na omu say together with each other and I say together no so omu beka omu aboma they will make sure say sa de na nkrofo bi trafficking youth every Africa di omu ko country like Russia no say omu kwa ko bo omu na at the end of the day you say omu nkonko fight war na so omu nkonko kuntokwa no sa de na nya den enkoso sa say omu making sure say they find a way to stop that. I am optimistic that we shall be successful in our negotiations. Into your say what GDA say, sad negotiations na ekoko at the end of the day no obe succeed. I have conveyed the gratitude of President Mahama and the government of Ghana to President Zelensky to ensuring that the rights of our citizens being held are protected as required under international law. We further agreed to deepen our relations with strategic interventions outlined in agriculture, defense, education, and trade. President Zelensky has extended a formal invitation to President Mahama as Kiev seeks to elevate its diplomatic ties with Accra. Every Ghanaian life matters to the Mahama administration for God and country. And see, this is coming from the Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa. Yeah, so shall be a shorter. He went there to do negotiation esena efata to make sure say Ghana mabunua ya den womo akwa akwantu mu a womo da prison ye betima ya den a release womo na womo abafie we enya nyansa so enya futuo emma obi bia as a Ghanaian enya so sorry ya na ye say adwuma bia pai ewa America anti sorry abrochiri Russia anywhere na odi achiri se woko dabi. It doesn't work like that. Most of the times, your verification ye. You see, so this is Ebra Omushia, where Ukraine president, any Ghana foreign affairs minister, as you can see. Picture winner me here, man, very beautiful. Ukraine president, a very handsome guy. And Okudzeto see a very handsome man, two handsome men, very beautiful. And ye bomb pie say at the end of the day, no Ghana for Mushe prison, ye be release you. We a youth now to Ghana. Na obi babe catch or say Ajuma bia pie wa Russia, ye careful. Ye do war. Me say uti Ghana ye Ghana niya brantie. Na Obia be catch or say Ajuma bia pai wa Russia. Young konko ya. It is 99% the nipa de twa wonro. Or your connection, ye do ko do Russia wa obekwa akokun tokwa. Ye do tuo be ma. E bia me ka se wo bo tuo da. E be ka se kokun tokwa. Say you see, omo that prison kura they are even lucky. Can ombe yes. Because so mind me no mind be kun tokwa. Na pre kwa or mine timiti other or mining crop for the Omushe prison grow up pity na Ghana ha clan ni clan crab kuntokwa why na chini young god in Koshe prison or who are no kuma twakini. Did I even lucky say young kumo more idea of Koshe prison? And we a Ghanaian etic room has say na obiaba and I say Ajuma bia pai wa Russia. You see Ajuma bia pai wa Asia side ho. Chale young konkoye. Na unhuni say ye visa ye cheap visa free say dey na see ye connection amount e bia o first time a wo through plane ni e yo de obetu kwan akwa manoni ye do ko land Russia kro ne ye fe kama obetu be fili say yes wa duro kro papam but e chira sem no e na be problem we ye bon paize Okudzeto Ablakwa ebe succeed in his negotiation. Na se one succeed ya, then we be pro or prison one. See, and so be I very careful. That's it. And so be I very careful. We nyan sorry to say because adeba ko say Ghana ni nya to say Ajuma pai wa outside Ghana. Ya na feeling near different. And na ko fa sa niam we nyina e dey. And na ko fa sa niam we nyina e dey e dey ba. So youth no, say mo mama ni da ho. You understand? You to the same mama did that. That's all I can say. So kudos to Okudzeto Ablakwa, the Foreign Affairs Minister. To be very honest, Okudzeto is one of hard-working ministers. He's doing very well. You're born ambassador for that. Any update I be free ma bano. Yan fan coming.